Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know, my name is Ebiwari, and today I'm going to be doing our paint with me video. If you haven't watched my second and my first video, please click the link below and watch those videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, why are you still waiting? What are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe and support your girl. I have an exhibition coming up on the 28th of November, and that's why I'll be doing this painting. So if you want to see the end of this painting, keep watching. Yeah guys, so when I do my painting, I don't really have like a particular color palette that I use. I just bring out like all the colors I have, and in this painting I used oil paint. So I just put out my my reds, my blue, my paint gray, all that color. And then I'm very careful when I use the paint gray because I used it a lot in this painting. I'm careful because it tends to make paintings look a bit darker. So when I was working with this paint, I added a lot of other colors to bring out, to make it not too dark and not too dominant, like so it doesn't dominate the painting. And then I know I didn't show the base, like the beginning of this painting, but next time I'm gonna do a painting where I start from the very scratch, like the sketch, all the way to the end of the end of the painting. But I started with this part of the painting because doing the shapes, which is also known as cubism, was something I had to figure out, and it took me a while to figure this out because this was my first time trying to do cubism in my style of painting. And then I just worked my way through. Right now I'm using blue and some like different shades of blue, so navy blue, which is also known as ultramarine blue, using the light blue, adding a bit of white and mixing it up. Yeah, I was trying to get like a really good song to play because I started to feel the painting and I just wanted something to get me going. And there I start doing the top. I had like a little bit of lighter blue to create a contrast, to create like a difference between the bottom and the top of the figures in the painting. And then I just go in with my brush and do the black, the darker shades, the lighter shades, and it takes me a few hours to get this part right because you really need to define the colors and the figures, especially when I've never done a painting where every figure has the same color pattern and the same outfit. So this was a bit of a lot of work. Ignore the fact that this video is like 7 or 8 minutes long. This painting took me a few days. Like it took me days to actually get to this point, to bring out this result. And now I'm just doing like a little bit of like locks on the hair with like dark brown, just going in with that, making sure that everything is well covered because my initial background was yellow. And now I'm doing the skin tone, and the skin tone can be also tricky as well, especially because I already have a lot of darker effect in the background. So I just try to create that light and dark shade so the skin tone doesn't sink or blend into the background color. And I just I look around me for the reflection of light and where light is coming from the most, and I try to work with that because this drawing is actually like an imaginative drawing, an imaginative work. So I just try to picture everything in my head as I go, and I just work my way through with my brush. So this painting is not really big, so I decided to use just smaller brushes. If the painting was really big, like 70 times 100, I would probably be using bigger brushes, but also I tend to use like smaller brushes when I'm doing like skin tones and whatnot, because it's very tricky. Like you really need to take your time and calm down when you're doing this part of the paint of the painting. Yeah, so I just go in and I make sure that everything is well covered and that there's no white shades or white colors popping out. Just keep going, applying the color. And when I did the head tie as well, I just did a little bit of those blue dots, those texture, to just create a difference between the top and the head tie, because I wanted it to look different. I wanted to give it character, just a little bit of character. So I just put in those the darker blue of the dots, and I keep working my way through the skin. So the drawings, like that drawing right at the back, that's like really small, it's going to be darker. So I try to make sure that it's not dominating what is in front or what is in the foreground, because that figure is actually in the background of the painting. Yeah, and I just keep working my way through, applying the paint. Sometimes I just go around the drawing and like put browns everywhere, and then I bring out like my darker brown, my burnt sienna. I'm going to do like a video where I get to show like the types, my colors and their names, because I know some people might not know what these colors are, and you know, some of us just know them by reds and blues and all that, but they actually have names. And I'm going to do like a video where I show like how what I do on my palette and the colors I use on my palette. I'm going to do a dedicated video for that. Yeah, and so I'm right at the very end, and this is the final result. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope to see you in my next one.